one of the most fun things that I get to do in my job is to welcome students like you guys to this space, which is the Royce Hall Rehearsal Room. And you guys are all musicians, so you know what it means to rehearse something. But can somebody raise their hand and just quickly tell me, what does it mean to rehearse something? Yes. To practice again and again. But is soccer practice rehearsal? No, it's not, right? Because rehearsal is preparing for a performance. And some of you have seen concerts upstairs in our main Royce Hall Theater, and performers who perform on that stage use this space to prepare, to rehearse. Also, we have theater companies and dance companies who use this space as a workshop or laboratory, right? We give them this big empty room, and they have time and they have space to explore all their creative ideas, which is something that every artist needs. So we use that space for this as well. And then the third thing that we use this space for is bringing students here to work with artists in a small venue. So today we have got this wonderful group of people here, a Balinese Gamelan ensemble. Yes, please give them a welcome. Mm-hmm. And the way that they came to us is that we partnered with UCLA Center for International Institute and the Center for Southeast Asian Studies. So they're great partners here on campus, along with our ethnomusicology department at the School of Music, which your buses dropped you off right in front of there. So be sure to check that out on your way out. Check out Schoenberg Hall. It's a great music facility for all of the music students here at UCLA at Herb Alpert School of Music. So without further ado, I would like to introduce you to my colleague who's going to tell you a little bit more about what is going to happen today. So please give a warm welcome to Dr. Barbara Gamelan.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to UCLA. So how many of you have been here before to UCLA, anywhere at UCLA? Okay, just a few. So welcome, really. UCLA is a wonderful school. I hope when you get ready to apply for college, you'll think about applying here. It's really great. I'm the assistant director of the Center for Southeast Asian Studies here at UCLA. So one thing about a big research university like this is that we can focus on different world areas in depth. So we can focus on Africa, Latin America, the Middle East, different parts of Asia. And so we focus on Southeast Asia. I brought a world map just in case you guys have not studied Southeast Asia or Asia much. How many of you know what continent we currently are on in the United States? What continent is this? North America. So we're in North America. Here's the United States, this orange country. What's this down here? South America. What's this here? Africa. And what's this great big place? Asia. Okay, so now with Asia, it's so big, we divide it into different parts. So there's East Asia. What's the biggest country in East Asia? China. China is this yellow thing here. You can study Chinese music here at UCLA. Then there's South Asia. What's the biggest country in South Asia? India. So you can study Indian music here at UCLA. And then we have what we call Southeast Asia, which means south of China and east of India. So Southeast Asia is this part here. It's made up, does anyone know how many countries there are in Southeast Asia? 11. There are 11 countries in Southeast Asia. And the biggest one in area and in population is Indonesia. Indonesia. So I want to point out that on this map, we'll pass these maps around, but I hope you'll take advantage when you go back to school or you look online. You'll notice that Indonesia on this map is orange. It goes from here to here. It's made up of 17,000 islands, a lot of islands that stretch out over a long extent. Now I just want to point out that from the westernmost part of Indonesia to the easternmost part of Indonesia is 3,000 miles. And 3,000 miles should sound familiar to you because it's exactly the width of the United States. So if you put Indonesia on top of the United States, it would go from the west coast to the east coast. But you notice that there's not as much land in Indonesia as there is in the United States because it's made up of all these islands with a lot of water in between. So I did bring a map. This map of Indonesia is too big, and so they actually, oh, thank you very much. So it actually splits, it's upside down. It actually splits Indonesia into two. So this is the western part of Indonesia. Big island here is Sumatra. This big island here is Borneo. This island here is Java, which is where the most people live in Indonesia. It's the most heavily populated. And now who knows what island we're going to hear music from today? It's one of the 17,000 islands in Indonesia. You know? Bali. Bali. So this music comes from the island of Bali. Now, if you look at a map of even though this map of Indonesia is pretty big compared to the world map, you're still going to have a hard time finding Bali. So the way you find Bali is you look at this long, thin island, which is Java, and immediately to the east of Java is this small island of Bali. Now, if we flip the map over, you'll notice that Indonesia keeps going. Oops, that's right. Indonesia keeps going farther to the east. So Bali is right about in the middle of Indonesia. So you have all these islands to the east, and then Sumatra and Java to the west. All right, flip it over one more time. Thank you very much. And then this map actually has a close-up of Bali. So you can notice that the capital of Bali is Denpasar, and that happens to be where our master musician, E. Nyoman Wenton, is from. He's from right near the capital of Bali, Denpasar. So I hope this is a little bit helpful. I hope you'll have a chance to visit sometime. And now I have to say we're very, very lucky to have here at UCLA as our Balinese, this instrument is called a gamelan, or this is part of a gamelan. Mr. E. Nyoman Wenton, who's from Bali, and who's been teaching here for many, many years. How many years have you been teaching here? 20 years. And he's also on the faculty of Cal Arts. Have you ever heard of Cal Arts? It's a big music and dance school in Ventura County. Santa Clarita. Okay, and some of these students here are from there, and two of them are UCLA students. So maybe when we're finished, we'll have a chance to talk to some of them. But now, without further ado, I want to introduce the Balinese gamelan master here, Mr. E. Nyoman Wenton.
Thank you, Dr. Garland, and thank you, Tricia, for brought us here. Good morning, everyone. How's everybody doing? Wonderful. Yes. My name is Nyoman Wenton. I'm from Bali, actually. And so delighted to have you here. And welcome to UCLA. Welcome to UCLA. Yes. Thank you. And today, we're going to open our heart and learn a new thing. This music, like Dr. Garland said, has come from Bali. And the instrument we brought it here is called gamelan. Gamelan literally means orchestra or ensemble. There are many different ensemble can be found in Bali. One of them very well known, the most modern bronze gamelan is the keys made out of bronze, mixture between tin and copper. Yes, so there's a made of this key here. The Department of Ethnomusicology bought this gamelan around 1959. So that is we have it here. but we just bring a part of this. It's not the whole orchestra. Yeah. All right. Let's talk about. I will walk you through this. The instrument we have here, and like I said, this gamelan consists of different function. Instruments is. I will tell you the beginning first is, of course, you know, the big gong there. How many of you heard gamelan before? You have a recording or in the radio? No. Oh, it's good. So we'll hear today. And the lady who played there, they have three different instruments. This is the function of the gong, and the component, the kanong, is divider of the form of the piece. Yeah, so they indicate how big the song going to be, knowing how many gong cycle, 8-beat cycle, or 16-beat, or 32-beat, 64-beat cycle. So we know how big the song to listen to the gong. And this is the gong. So how the music created start with the chalung. So if you compose a piece in the Balinese gamelan, so we thinking about first melody of the chalung. That's the chalung there. Gus going to play. Just go through the pages from 1 to 5 there, please. Yes. So that is the chalung. Of course, we just brought one chalung. Usually, if you can see, the gamelan always in pairs. So every instrument have two chalung, two drum, two of this called ugal. So we're thinking about the chalung melody first, and then these 4 player here, a lot of handsome player here. Yeah, so we this is the flowering to make a variation, like a trees. So we have the trunk of the trees, the chalung, and then have flowers here and the leaf, and the drum is considered the leader, the pemimpin, the leader of, like the Western orchestra is the conductor. This is right here. So he played it. And then the ugal play also flower, the elaborating of the chalung. So a little bit more variation here. The chalung is the core melody. And we have, how many pitches we have? 5, right? 5. So this gamelan based on 7-tone scale, they call pelog, or in Bali called sai pitu. Pitu means 7, sai means scale. So based on 7-tone scale, we leave out 2 of them. So then the most modern gamelan used only 5. Yes. Probably you wonder how old is gamelan. How many of you can guess how many years this gamelan? 8. Anybody? Yes? Yes? 100? 300. Some gamelan we have here in the department 150 years old, the Japanese gamelan. But this one only 60 years old gamelan. It's quite young for gamelan. Yes. Yes. Okay. Then, okay. Now let's try play. No, not simple piece, a piece start with the chalung, the piece called tabuh tlu. Tabuh tlu is the form of the piece. They will indicate the gong cycle. Yes. And then the drum have a pattern, special drumming. And then they have a different variation of flowering the pomade, this instrument called pomade. In the back called kantilan, this is called ugal. Yeah. Okay, so we start tabotlu with the pokok, with the basic melody, core melody. Could you play it, guys? Okay, this the core melody. So now he tried to, the first player, Daniel, will play they call Melaku, walking pattern, based on that. Okay, could you play just the polos, the downbeat part? Yes. Okay, now you take over, you play that, and then Daniel will play the core or harmonizing the polos, the downbeat part. Okay, you play the downbeat part. Pam, 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 pam. Continue, continue. Then, okay, this is the first variation. Then the second variation they call norot. Norot, the musical terminology called norot. Okay, could you play the norot? Oh, now you play offbeat. Kyle, could you join them? Now the next variation, the next technique they play, they call nyok chag. Nyok chag. Okay, could you play nyok chag first? Pam, 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 pam. Now the offbeat part, they call sangse. Okay. Yeah. Good. Gong. Yes. So that is the very basic technique you have to learn. So In 1 quarter, you can learn maybe 3 or 4 different songs. So, try this the whole orchestra now with the drum. I'm going to play here. Let's try. Thank you. The whole song. Yes. So we play this in sing song. Now you know how's the music composed. So start again one more time with the chalung, And then elaborating instruments, make a variation here. This called pomade, then cantilan. The drum has a special pattern, so we'll sometime they created new pattern for the drum, new interlocking pattern for this instrument here. So a lot of things to think about to create a new song. A lot of complexity involved. How, especially also for accompany the dance, how the movement will choreograph based on special form, special song, interlocking pattern. They call angsal break in the piece. So many different consideration to do compose a piece, especially also for accompany the dance. So the function of the orchestra, because so many different ensemble in Bali, sometimes the ensemble could be performed for temple ceremony, special gamelan for that. Sometimes the gamelan used for funeral cremation ceremony, and sometimes for very special event like a trance dance. So special gamelan for that also. So you're talking about 30 different kind of ensemble can be found in Bali. Sometimes the ensemble just consists of flute, all flute, 16 different flute. Sometimes the ensemble made out of iron instead bronze. So iron gamelan, one is very famous in Bali called Selunding. Supposed to be brought it from Java to Bali during the 14th century, the iron gamelan. The gong, the bronze, the gong maker is very special, a class of gongsmithing. So not too many family can do making the instrument. Only of special family make the instruments. Anyway, let's continue. Like I said, the gamelan can be accompanying the dance. So I brought a few masks here. So one of the function of this gong kabyar, this known as a gong kabyar. Kabyar is mean flare or sudden buzz. The nature of the pieces sometimes very quick and like a flower buzz in open like that. So this the kabyar style gamelan. So I brought a few masks. I can doing a demonstration. Each of the character of the mass have a special accompaniment. So for example, red mass, they call topeng keras. The pieces and also the form, it's very special form and special melody for accompanied each of the mass. For example, I'm going to use this mass, and then the musician already know, oh yes, the pieces we're going to play this piece for this mass. Oh, and then the dancer going to perform this mass, for example. What character do you think this one? Yes. What kind of young man or old man, right? Yes, old man. So then the musician already knows. Oh, tabotlu, topeng tua, the piece called tabotlu. The same form as the one we demonstrated before, but the different melody. How about this mass? Very handsome kind of mass. Beautiful mass. They call topeng. Yeah, there's this refined mass is considered the most refined dance in the mass theater. They call Dalam, or young unmarried king. This one here. Beautiful mass. And sometime the actor going to perform this mass. Yes. Sometime this one. Who, what character do you think this? Right? But I will demonstrate to you later on. Yes. Okay. So let us stop here. And going to ask Nanik to demonstrate two different kind of style of dance, female and male dance. When you're young, you start learning the dance for the boys. Is they call baris dance. Baris type of warrior dance, very strong, big eyes, very energetic, physically is strong. And then the legong for the young girls, starting when they are 7 years old, girls start to learn a legong dance. So Nanik is going to demonstrate a legong. So the pose, the standing position, agam right, agam left. Standing position on the right, then make a transition to the left. Okay. Yes. I'm going to. So I'm going to play for her. Just. It's a special song. entire dance will be last for 25 minutes. So one dancer come out first, they call chondong, and then two twin dancers come out. Look twin, but they're not twin. But is another section. So maybe 4 different parts. So they last by 20 minutes. Yeah. And for the girls learn this when they're young. Yes, and then I'm going to demonstrate to you uh, the body's dance when the boys learn the dance when very young boys. I remember when I started dancing when I was 5 years old. Yes, I start learning the dance by myself first before my grandfather take me to teach me the dance. So I just imitate someone come to my village, perform in the evening. The next day I imitate them, how the movement. So the dance look like this. Let me take off my shoes here. So start with standing position. So my position, my knees open and open my shoulder here. I bring it up, then my eyes. Very tiring. The beginning, my grandfather said, "You always slept. When I tired, oh, grandpa, I'm tired. Ah. And my foot's not well in position. Ah. So this was the training, the old days. But now the teacher gets sued. Don't do this, okay? To my kid. Yeah, but the old days you get to really hurt in order to learn the dance. So, okay, grandpa, all right, okay. Big your eyes, make it bigger, yes. Already big. Back and forth for an hour. Thank you. So this for the boys to learn, like you. So the second half, I ask everybody stand up. Let me watch my time here. Okay. Okay, then time for me to do the demonstration. I'm going to wear this mask. This mask first. So the actor, the dancers, they have a collection of masks, maybe 20, 15 masks. Sometimes dance by himself. The whole character performed by one actor, one dancer. They call topeng pajagan. So sometimes if we need to have another dancer, maybe 3 or 4 dancers help. But usually for ceremony, ritual ceremony in a temple or big event in the village, cleansing of the village, they do a topeng pajagan dance by one person. So I start here first. Could you play the gila, please? So the song, they know, the musician know already what type of song they're going to play for me. Maybe I use this dance. The form we call gila, Every 8 cycle, they have a 2 gong. And between gong is kumpul. So that's the form of they call gila form. Okay. Usually I wear big costume, layer costume, maybe 3 different layers. I look huge, big, with a crown. Sometimes I use a long fingernail. I draw that here. Huge costume. This is not my part of my dance outfit. So sometimes I use a long fingernail here. The special mask. So inside the mask you have to make faces also in order to bring alive the mask. No, you don't. sometimes scared the kid. The kid run away. Yeah, but it's okay. Just for acting, yeah. All right, next. I'm going to wear this and this mask. Let's see the double blue again. The musician knows what to play. Every time I change the mask, they know what form, what piece. So each of the characters, have their own accompaniment. So you cannot just randomly play. Oh, not this one, please. This for this, yeah. So the musician know this. Okay, let's try it. Who do you think this man? Old man. All right. Good. Okay.
I have a big headache. Anybody have a Tylenol here? In Bali, I just drink a lot of juice. But here, the doctor told me to get a Tylenol. What is Tylenol? He said it's a small pill. Oh my God, small pill. Oh, I have a big headache here. Oh. I will let you know next time. Come to Bali. Tell me when you come to Bali. Okay, I'm your guide in Bali. I will be your guide in Bali. Okay, but I have to get a Tylenol for now. Okay, bye. See you later.
Okay, so we have a very short time. Of course, I'll let you go in 10 minutes or so because you have time to eat. Okay, let's start with a little demonstration here. Tit, pong, tit, sir. Tit, pong, tit, sir. Tit, pong, tit, sir. Tit, pong, tit, sir. Chak, 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 chak. Okay? Can you do this? Yes. All right. Okay. All right. So let's see. So here, you keep singing, Tyler, and make tit pong cha 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 cha. So the move for your shoulder. Ta cha 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 cha. Move shoulder. Cha 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 cha. Cross your leg. Cha 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 cha. So shoulder. Cha 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 cha. Now. Cha 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 good Now your hand. Raise your hand. Good. have five, okay, 5 or 10 minutes. Now I give you call and you answer like this. Boom! I call you. Boom, 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 boom. Chua! So that's my call, okay? So you answer chua. Okay, one more time. You ready? Boom!
Dylan's over there.
Yeah, but
Dylan.
Oh, you screamed in my ear.
now, my call. Boom!
Dylan.
Oh, yeah, the hand. You forgot the hand.
Don't forget. Okay, drop your hand. Okay, one more time. Boom! Boom, 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 boom. I can hear you. Boom! Boom, 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 boom. Now, my call again. Boom, boom, cha. Boom, boom, cha. Boom, boom, cha. Okay. Boom, boom, cha. Boom, boom, cha. Boom, boom, cha.
Yo, no me maestri. Yo, that reminds me from Einstein.
One more cue. So you leaning forward, look to the floor, So my first cue, straight. Yes. Okay. Forward. Yes. So my first cue, straight. Yeah. Okay. Again. Straight. The next movement. Then the next movement. Higher. Then the next movement. This is my call. You just. And then the next one.
I can't do that